Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transports, and welcome back to Chapelon-Crosti, the sort of slightly under 1 square meter layout. And we're actually finally going to test the SNCF BB67001 diesel electric locomotive by Lima after finishing the refurbishment. So let's hit the road, hit the rails. As usual, like all Limas, you have to give it a good surge of power to start it. I always say Lima locomotives perform best when they've got a nice big heavy train, to compensate for the fact that you have to give them a good, generally to start you have to push your controller up to at least 50% and then you can turn it down. Excuse me, I'm changing glasses to an older pair of reading glasses which are better for intermediate distance. You can see that those houses are missing, the ones with the restaurant, because I've dismantled them for refurbishment. And you can get a good crawl once you've got it started. Now we've arrived on an insulated frog, so I think have we stopped on an insulated frog? Yes, I think so. Oops. We've also derailed. Okay, back to not. Let's go. See, this is the thing. Limas always require to turn up the power knob to about 50 to start, and then you can turn them down. But if they've got a heavy train, I'm very curious to test this locomotive on the Brunel layout, the bigger one. We'll be working on that as well. So now we're travelling with the rebuilt cab forward. So here we can have a good look at the refurbished cab. Let's add some light. So we can see the rebuilt cab. There's, give me a pointer. This is the rebuilt buffer completely, the part that was broken off. Also, this is the glazing. This was the scratch built glazing with the curved bits that I took off a blister, some packaging. It came very nice. And this is the end, the motor is here. So as I was telling you in the previous video, I'm considering I've got acrylic diamonds here that catch the light anyway, not to bother putting lighting at both ends of the locomotive. I'll only fit a light on the other end where there's lots of space and where we don't have the glistening light catching characteristics of the acrylic diamonds. Then if I really want to fit the reversible lighting, I've got my eyes on, I saw on eBay some Lima complete set with reversible lighting that I could fit in future, but why complicate my life? In the end, this channel is all about adapting and finding the simplest solution for the best possible effect. So let's turn round and go in the other direction now. No, we're not. I'd say it's much improved. I'm more a steam, I'll admit it. I like steam locomotives more, but I like some electrics and some diesels as well. And I really needed a couple of diesels for this layout because I'm not going to be fitting overhead poles to this layout. unless I wanted to make maybe an external tram line, which might be an idea, but that would be a completely different story. I need a bigger room. You can hear the cicadas in the background, they're going crazy. I still have to make some weathering on the footbridge. I've never had time. I've not had much time this month. It's been a very, very busy period. And we'll just pull up at the station. Maybe engine driver needs to go to the toilet. And Chapelon-Crosti apparently has internal toilets, I suppose, I hope, because I never built. There are other JUEF stations that actually have the toilet building outside, and I was considering building my own, but let's say that Chapelon-Crosti is a bit more civilized and it has an internal toilet somewhere. That would be nice. Okay, let's change direction of travel. I haven't taken the signals out yet, but I just put the buildings here. I'm going to be actually working on the so I'll be taking things off again pretty shortly. But the board will be out because I also have to service a locomotive, and I want to work on the line. I have to see about making some sections, some insulated sections. I want to use some small switches just to work on the board. I don't want to pull too many cables. I was thinking to sort of insulate the internal line, say more or less here, so that I can actually do some shunting inside while running a train on this line and on this siding over here. And so the insulation should be, say, more or less there or thereabouts. I might and I might not. I might even insulate it here. I've not decided yet, but I would prefer anyway to be able to have a locomotive that can go the full length up and down like that. That would be the best solution. I don't know. But whatever I do, as I told you in another video previously some time ago, I want to have very simple switches here on the boards, and whenever I want to have everything connected to one controller, I can have it, no problem. I've got a power track over there behind on the siding behind the goods shed, but we'll see about that, because once I've decided and I've made the insulated sections, I'll actually paint all the screws and they'll be able to make the level crossing, because this is still without level crossing. So this has to be done, and I want to get it done now these days. Okay, let's go back. This is the original cab. As you can see anyway, there's all the repainted SNCF logo, looks well. This has got the original glazing. So the motor is at this end. This is the pickup dummy, the dummy bogie with a pickup, and there's plenty of space to fit lighting in here. But we'll do that in a dedicated video. First, I have to get some other things done, because really we've been working. That'll be a one-off, doing the soldering and mainly because here we've actually got a light bar inside. There's no light bar there, so I think this is the best solution. Okay, let's stop nattering and we'll go along. Oops, wrong direction again. I like that the scrapes and scratches look just like dirt. A sort of working locomotive. We can run some diesel powered local trains on here as well. Because definitely I'd like to be able to have like a steam engine preparing over there, and then maybe also insulate this line here so that I can park a locomotive over there, switch it off, and then continue and be able to change motive power whenever I want. And I'm going to be doing a similar solution even on the platforms of the Brunel, because I want to be able to park locomotives and then just be able to activate them at the turn of a switch. Okay, so let's go and pick up a train. One over the points. Somebody was sleeping. Let's change the points in the meantime. Now, stop a second because I have to check my other points over here. I want to pick up that short goods train over there. So I'm going to open these points and we'll go, and hopefully it'll couple up, because that's a Jouef coupling, which are notoriously drooping. Let's see what we manage to do. Yeah, it's going in the right direction. Now, if I stay on the straight part here, where on the points, maybe we'll be able to couple better. This is the handy thing of this layout, you just need to turn it round. And let's see if we'll couple up without the buffers getting in the road. Okay, the hand of the railwayman. I'm not wearing my station master's cap. It's too warm. Should be wearing my cap. I think I look pretty silly in a vest and shorts with a station master's cap. My wife might come in that door any minute and look at me and say, he's lost. Right, now I don't remember what way I was supposed to be going. What way was I going with this controller? Who knows? I have to be very careful because, okay, correct. Close these points. So here we've got two Jouef flatbed wagons and a Pico. This is a Pico, it's a recent acquisition, East German Pico. It's actually got SNCF lettering on it. It's a brake goods van of the kind that were inserted throughout the trains, because I watched a very interesting video on steel bridge models, where, very interesting channel, I'll add the link to the description box, where they were talking about the braking on non-continuous brake goods trains in Germany, and in general in European practice, where you had the brake goods wagons with brakeman housings throughout the train. And I realised that I did not have enough wagons to make some correct, of course in this case here, this is a modern diesel locomotive, so, but it's just a quick shunting operation here on the Chapelon-Crosti line. This great big powerful BB67000 class locomotive has no problems with such a light load. So I've actually managed to get a few wagons that actually have brake housings to be able to make some more precise looking goods trains. I won't be making big long goods trains on this line, on the Chapelon-Crosti line. We'll be using the Brunel one. And a very nice smooth runner, that Pico, as usual. East German Pico. Nice wagon. No traffic in Chapelon-Crosti today, not even a car. And another thing I want to do, I want to begin working on the 00 version of this layout. As I told you, actually maybe I didn't tell you, but I mentioned it to Eric, Railway 187. I've got an Airfix station. I have to build the platform for it. So that will be a tall British spec platform. And I have a cardboard and plastic Lima, my wife went past, Lima house that I can use, and I might get a Dapple cottage. The goods shed is perfectly okay also for 00. In my opinion, even this signal box would be okay. The problem is that it really looks very continental European. This is the thing. So, and I would like to also have to put a lettering here, Chapelon-Crosti, on the side. Anyway, there will be some minor, some bits and slight changes, but we'll work on that. Okay. So apart from the lighting, I'd say that this locomotive is finished. Let's give it a good turn of speed. I'm at 50% speed. We're a bit too fast for this line now. Let's turn it down. Then I've got to see about telegraph poles, speed limits, all sorts of things. Oh, there's still a lot of work. Okay, let's shunt this into the siding. We'll just go over there, and we'll put it over there. No, we won't. I went a bit too long. The locomotive's too long to go all the way over and then go over there, but okay. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be seeing more action with the BB67000 locomotive in future videos, and let me know what you think about my idea for the lighting. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, click notification bell, and if interested, you can share the video. Okay, I wish you a very pleasant Sunday. Cheerio, and see you next time. Now, I don't remember what way I was going. I don't want to risk a derailment. Let's give it a final lap.